Alright everybody, welcome back to part 28 of Dragon Quest VIII, Journey of the Cursed King, and in today's episode we're gonna rescue Carrie and Cash there. There they are, lying pitifully on the floor, whilst the red and the blue ogre are, well, staring them down there. So, before we do that though, I have something to point out, and that is that I accidentally deleted the original part 28. So yeah, I had to reload an old save state and play back here. So as you can see, well, slightly lower level than I originally was. I believe Tude, Yangus, and Angelo all had one additional level here than they do right now, and Jessica was actually at level 30, so yeah, she's 2 levels behind, so that sucks. But yeah, all the gear here is the exact same as before, apart from Angelo. Yeah, he had the Lightbrand Saber? The Lightsaber? Something like that I created there in part 27. I'm just gonna go ahead and not make it here just to save myself some time. I just wanted to get back here, and besides, I wasn't really gonna use the lightsaber there very much on this boss anyways, because I much more favor the Mercury's Rapier here, since it buffs my agility. And yeah, as you can see here, I have equipped the most defensive items that I can. I even have the Life Bracer here on Angelo, just so that he gets that additional 20, or is it 25 health? 30 health, Jesus dude, yeah, it gives a lot of health there, and it's actually very nice on this boss here. He's gonna try and crit us, and you need to have around 250 health to survive a crit, so yeah, it's gonna be very, very nice to have. And you know what, yeah, I'm just gonna equip that agility ring. I think that the Titan's belt there is gonna be better, or not the Titan belt, but the Mighty Armlet, so yeah, we're gonna go with that. And let's see here, what does the ogres have to say? Or whatever, just what do they have to say? Nothing. Ogres don't speak, don't you know? Although then again, there are dude, there are plenty of monsters out there speaking, so who am I to judge? Okay, either way, for this boss fight, since we are lower level, we're gonna have to play this one very defensively. I recall saying back in like episode 27 that you were supposed to be like level 35, 36 for this fight, and yeah, that is very much correct. Like, I can very easily get one shot here by the red horn, and the blue, yeah, the blue fang there. He doesn't hit as hard as the red horn, but he screws up your defense with the Cassette spell. He might even have the Kabuff spell on standby there. So yeah, here's what I'm gonna do since I'm under level. I'm gonna defend with Tude and with Yangus. You've seen me use this strategy before, when we have gone up against strong, unique monsters, and then I just use Angelo to Kabuff here with. And yeah, so remember, I swapped Angelo's and Jessica's positions here, since Angelo is more likely to be able to survive a hit here from this boss than she is. So, and also he also has the swordsman's armor. Oh, hold on, let me check on it. The Dancer's Mail, yeah, there you go. It actually increases his chances of dodging physical attacks by 1/8, I wanna say, 12.5% roughly, so yeah, that is why he's in the 3rd spot there. He's actually gonna be able to dodge some attacks, even AoE physical attacks, he can actually get lucky and dodge with that armor, so it's actually very nice. And yeah, since Jessica only has a 10% chance of getting hit with a single attack, I'm gonna go ahead and gamble that, I'm gonna go ahead and gamble that she will get the extra rattle spell through here, and yeah, I'm just gonna be happy with D1 here. So yeah, we're gonna need to be very safe. Oh yeah, and oh wow, see, yeah, I was just gonna get to that. The red horn likes to stack tension, and yeah, see, okay, he can use Kabuff. That is very annoying. Yeah, he likes to stack tension, the red horn, and if he does, like, a critical blow is assuredly gonna kill you, so all the more reason that you actually sit here and defend and stack Kabuff. And I'm gonna be a little bit cheeky here. I'm actually gonna go ahead and use a sap spell on the red horn instead of defending on Jessica. And hopefully the red horn, please red horn, dispense all of your tension now. I don't want him to stack up to like 50. I don't think I can survive at that point. I think it's pretty much mission impossible. Pretty much. And yes, they can also do that. They join their, well, strength together and strike one character multiple times, and it's actually that attack there that he just did that the Dancer's Mail is very good against, since there are so many blows. Well, well, you can do the math yourself. You have a much higher chance of dodging and surviving, you know, even though it's not as, well, even though each dodge doesn't alleviate as much health, it still is very nice, you know. Am I even making any sense? I hope I am. Either way, either way, we're just gonna move on here. Now, since we have 3 Kabuffs up, I'm feeling pretty frisky here now. I'm just gonna go ahead and let Yangus use the Helm Splitter. Then, actually, here, let me just see. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna back up a little bit here. Tur, you go ahead, use the Falcon Slash, then Yangus use the Hand Splitter, and, yeah, here's another thing, you can also tense up your units, or your characters in this fight, but the blue Fang there, he can use the War Cry, which will knock your characters to the ground, and if you get knocked over, well, you're gonna lose all your tension, so I don't really like stacking too much in this fight here. And see here now, I'm just gonna go ahead and do a mid-heal. Whoops, there. I'm gonna cast mid-heal on Tur. You don't want to waste mana in this particular fight, be very careful not to, well, once again waste it, because you're gonna be here a while. These guys are actually tankier than the old freaking Magus, so yeah. Do not want to get cocky, and I think I'm gonna oomph Yangus first. Reason why is, damn it, that's unfortunate, he acted first. But the main reason why I want to oomph him is, since the hero might need to be on healing duty, so, yeah, that's never gonna fall onto Yangus, so he's probably the best one to give to, give the oomph spell first there, and yeah, see, this sucks. Now we reduced our Kabuff there. Although I think Yangus, avoided it. Yeah, you know what, I'm just gonna keep on going here. Use the Parallax for this turn, and we're gonna reapply Kabuff. Nobody's really hurt. Very good, and Jessica, we could oomph up the hero. We could do that. Yeah, you know what, I'm probably gonna do that. Oomph up the hero. I was gonna use a sap spell there on the blue guy, but yeah, no, that's just wasted time here. Let's just try and get our guys here pumped up, and see, now they finally did some good damage here. Nice, very, very nice even. And I think that after all this is done here now, after the oomph here has been casted on Tur, maybe I will just oomph Jessica up too and sit there and use the Twin Dragon Lash on her as well. But as I say that, she get knocked over there, or got knocked over, and holy crap, yeah, see, now he's up there in defense, or intention. Dude, I can't speak properly. So, since he just tensed up all that, I'm just gonna hit defense here on the hero and on Yangus, because they seriously could die if they get unlucky. And even worse, if you get knocked down, oh yeah, see, if you get knocked down, then you can't even use the defense command. But yeah, no, I apparently survived, not bad. Yeah, so, let's see here. I'm thinking now I'm gonna need to heal Angelo, because he's gonna need to reapply the defense buff there. Yeah. Parallax on the Red Horn. Actually, should I use the Hand Splitter? Yeah, I wanna refresh the sap. Then, use the buff. Jessica, you may actually reapply Accelerator. I don't know how this is doing here now. It's been a couple of turns since I used it. It's probably gonna run out in a turn or two. Yeah, see, that's the thing in Dragon Quest here. You really gotta try and keep your buffs in mind. Like, in Dragon Quest 11, they changed it so that you can see, like, your buffs that are on you, and they start blinking when they're about to run out, but no such luxury in this game. And I actually don't mind either version of it. I kind of like both. Like, it's nice to see everything, but it's also got its own charm to just have a feeling for it. And of course, it will say here when it runs out, but yeah, it doesn't warn you a turn in advance. And yeah, nice, and you know, here, Parallax, Parallax, and then, you could even use the bounce spell here in this fight. Like, let's say if Angelo was in the 4th slot, so that you wouldn't have the, well, so that you don't have to be afraid of him getting hit as much. Then if you bounce yourself, then the sap spell from the blue guy, from the blue Fang, will get reflected back. That could be I'm using. I don't think it's worth it, but I'm just bringing it up here. Middle and Jessica. Should be used. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna see how much damage she deals. Come on, Jessica. I wanna see like 50, 60 damage per whiplash. She might do more, but we'll see. Ooh, yeah, the damage is getting immense here now. Yeah, oh wow, dude, she did way more than I thought she would. What the heck? That was really nice damage there, Jessica. And here we go. Oh, I see, 241. There is no way Jessica survives one of those blows. There is just no freaking way. No freaking way at all. So yeah, once again, very scary boss. Very, 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 very scary. And Helm Splitter. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm gonna use Full Heal here. And we're gonna probably need to reapply Oomph here now. I'm not even gonna take a chance here. I'm just gonna do it on Yangus. Don't want it to run out. And yeah, I believe the bosses here have roughly 3000 HP each. Probably a little bit more. But yeah, they have a lot. So you're gonna be here for a while. Needless to say. That's the one thing I kind of wish... Oh wow, they barely dealt any damage there. But yeah, I kind of wish that once one of them died, that maybe the... Well, maybe that both would just be gone. Or well, maybe the fight would just end. Because once you get one of these guys down... Well, the challenge is essentially over, but then you're just sitting there, hitting a, well, a lone ogre. It's almost a little bit pitiful, you know? It's not very challenging. And, or maybe, yeah, well, maybe they could even have made it so that once one of them is gone, the one who's still standing gets an empowered state, you know, getting more powerful attacks or more powerful something, you know, new spells, new abilities, something like that, you know. That way you could even incentivize the player to try and knock them out roughly at the same time. But yeah, as it is right now, it's very straightforward. Yeah, pretty damn straightforward. It's pretty much just dependent on the opening. Like, oh, see, he got like 1 or 2 dodges in there, I think. But yeah, the fight here mainly just relies on how the opening goes. Dude, like... Yeah, if the Red Fang or Red Horn crits you right out of the gate, like, or hits Angelo or Jessica, like, yeah, they are just dead, and, like, then you pretty much are just gonna have to retry. When you're this low a level anyways, like, if you're a higher level, that's not gonna be an issue. And, you know, should we just do a multi-heal here? I could do that. Actually... No, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. And see, I have a plan here. We're gonna use the Sheeran's Bow just to show that off, I guess. Yeah, reapply some buffs here from the cassette, I believe. And yeah, I'm talking so much, I'm not fully focused. But yeah, now we get to show off the Sheeran's Bow. Although I think I might have shown that off before. See, here's the thing. Since I last time recorded, the last time I recorded was part 29, and in between part 29 and part 28, the original part 28, there was like a month or so of not playing, and here now it's been another month and I have to replay an episode, so yeah, I'm a little bit out of it here. I don't exactly know what the heck is going on, so yeah, there you go. So that's what's up with that. And you know what? We're just gonna use Angelo here to strike. I don't particularly fear these guys that much anymore. Heck, I'm even gonna... Well... No, let's not do that. Let's just Twin Dragon Lash the Red Ogre. Although I probably should have used the Sheeran's Bow there. The hero actually needed a little bit of topping off there. But he should be dead soon, right? I must have that like roughly 2000 health to him. Okay, well, see, there you go. He's dead now, so... yeah, the Blue Fang is just gonna, well, keel on over here now. Like, he doesn't deal damage, he can't crit. All he can do is remove your defense and buff up his own. So I might honestly just want to cut the rest of this out, because this is just gonna be, well, boring. Like, seriously. I'm not even gonna need to reapply. I'm not even gonna need to reapply my, well... buff spells, anything like that. Yeah, we can just, well, kick his ass now. So yeah, maybe I'll do just that. I'll just kick, yeah, I'll kick his ass. I'll cut this out And I'll be back here in a moment once this guy's dead. He's got about 3,000 health too, so yeah, it's gonna be very boring. I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, there we go. They have been defeated. I actually screwed up a little bit there. Yeah, the boss was so easy that I just activated ×2 speed, and I accidentally just sped by when he died there. I guess I could show that off, but it would be a little bit awkward there with the 2x speed there, and I wouldn't be talking even. Yeah, I just completely disconnected from the fight, and it started flipping on my phone there whilst doing this. It was honestly that easy. I did not even need to heal. I just made all the computers, control themselves. It was seriously that easy. And actually, now I forget here. Hold on a second. Okay, and now here I remember. I'm supposed to get whips up to 68. But then again, it doesn't really matter what stats I pick here, I now realize. Because once I reload my original save file here, like we're gonna be back at once we're at part 29, everything will be back to normal, you know. All the stats that we gained from part 27 and all the Metal King Slimes and all of that, all of those kills there, all of that experience, everything is gonna be back to normal once we get to part 29 and forward, so yeah. And let's see here. Now we have some plot going on.
But I won't cry. I know you'd laugh if you saw me crying for you. No. I'll be strong for you, Cash. I'll take over the casino and give it my all, I swear. Just watch over me from heaven with Dad. Ah! He's back from the dead!
Very funny. Spare us the theatrics, Carrie. I only got knocked out, for goodness sake.
Knocked out? More like playing dead. I knew it, though. That's why I provoked you.
Oh, you knew it, did you? Well, I was just testing to see if you'd actually feel any sadness at seeing me dead.
Of course I'd feel sad, you big jerk. You're the only brother I have.
You're right. Well, after all, we've only got each other. I'd be sad to see you go too. But we're in over our heads here, kiddo. If I hadn't shown up when I did, you'd have been toast.
I'm sorry. I really wanted to win this time. You're always ahead of me. But it's okay now. I'll let you take Dad's place, Cash.
What's up with you, Carrie? It isn't like you to give up so easily.
You saved my life. So, I'll let you win this time. But don't expect me to make a habit of it. Look, we're almost at the doors of judgment. Watch over my brother, everyone!
Okay, so that's really nice. They kind of reconciled there just a little bit, not too much though. But yeah, we're gonna have some more. We're gonna have some more plot here, so I'm just gonna shut up once again.
So, these are the doors. All I have to do is open them, and my hands will be marked with the family crest. Ow! It's as hot as a firebrand. How am I gonna open this?
What's wrong, big brother? That's just from touching it. Don't you think you'll have a little trouble actually getting both doors open by yourself? Especially considering what a wuss you can be over a little paper cut.
You got me, sis. What can I say? How about coming up here and opening it with me?
Fine by me, Cash. But is it really fine by you? I mean, if I help you, the fortune's going to be split between the two of us. I'm sure it'll give us plenty to fight over.
What have I done? But I'm a man of my word. Come on, join me. We'll inherit the fortune together.
Nobody's forcing you to do this. So, no regrets after the fact, okay?
Just take your side.
Here goes nothing.
After all that big talk, you're giving up now?
Who's giving up? I just want to get back home and put some ice on my hand.
Not until after we go in and have our audience with our ancestor. You should join us as well. There may be more monsters inside.
I figured the markings on the stone were going to be an inscription from our ancestors. Guess I was wrong. I don't see anything else that looks like a message either. What a total waste of time. Why did we even come down here? Huh. Let's see what Cash have to say. This is very good. Listen to the oh-so-wise words of great Golding's past. But now that I am here, I don't have a clue what I'm supposed to do next. Man, I wish I'd listened to that more carefully. Dude, just interact with this thing, I reckon.
Well done, child of my children's children. You have reached the inner sanctum. In so doing, you have completed the trials and proven your worthiness as heir. Now, hearken to my words. Noble blood courses through your veins. As a trusted descendant, you have an obligation to protect this noble heritage. You may never permit this bloodline to end, for whilst it endures, the world shall remain at peace.
That was our ancestor?
Sure looks that way. That crystal seems to be enchanted with some sort of power that shows an image to us.
He said not to let the bloodline die out, but isn't that impossible? We were adopted after all. The family bloodline ended when Father was killed.
Well, we can't do anything about that now. All we can do is work together to make the casino even more successful. Anyway, we've heard what he had to say. Let's go home. And don't forget, travelers, you're still on the payroll as bodyguards until we get back.
What happened? What are you two doing together?
Does this mean you still don't know who won?
Come on, it's obvious. It must have been a draw.
Does this mean the casino's gonna stay closed? Give me a break.
Listen up, all of you. As you can see, the contest was a draw. However, an heir has been decided.
Both of us are inheriting our father's fortune. Together.
And as proof, we have both obtained the mark of the Golding clan from the Dragon Graveyard.
They look just like the scars Golding had on his hand. Yeah, he used to show them off all the time down the pub, he did.
We also have some good news for everyone. The casino will reopen tomorrow!
Yes! Yes! Yeah! Ooh, yeah! About bleeding time!
And finally, we need to thank you for protecting us, my traveling friends. But we're exhausted at the moment. We'd like you to stay in the mansion tonight as our guests, so we can properly reward you tomorrow.
So yeah, that's nice. Now that we've done all that, we can actually enter the casino here in Baccarat, which, yeah, I'm gonna do so later on in this episode. However, I'm gonna do so, well, it's gonna be the last thing I do. Yeah, we can progress a little bit more plot here, and then I'll come back here. But yeah, I'm just gonna shut up here in case they get some plot lines here now. Although, maybe not. Yeah, the labyrinth indeed was a real chore there, Cash. I'm sure I'm glad we're back home in one piece as well. Let's see here. Yeah, you guys saved our lives. We had been toast if it hadn't been for you. But you know, going through that together really made us realize just how important we are to each other. We have decided not to fight anymore. No doubt, that promise will last all of 5 minutes. Wow. But I'm sure we'll only fight like, you know... Wait. Hold on, let me try that again. But I'm sure we will only fight like, you know, normal brothers and sisters. Yeah, there you go. Anyways, we want to give you some casino tokens as a reward. We got 600 tokens for you. We reopened the casino this morning, so when you have time, go take a look around. So yeah, for doing all of this, the reward is 600 casino tokens, which is a lame price, but more so importantly is that, well, the casino open at all, I guess, so. Yeah, and I think now, yeah, we're gonna have some plot here now.
Well, there they go. I guess this is goodbye.
You know, before we met them, I never imagined things would turn out like this. I mean, both of us inheriting Dad's fortune? Who would have believed that? Looking back, I can't believe how stubborn we were acting about being sole heirs. It's amazing how easily people can change when they put their minds to it.
Watch it there, big brother. This talk of becoming sole heir, it's freaking me out.
Don't worry, I'm not suggesting anything. We're in this together, I swear. On the mark on my palm.
I swear it too, Cash. On the mark of our family. And on the memory of our father. Now that we're working together, we can make the Golding family more successful than it's ever been. Let the good times roll!
Yeah, there we have it, some kind of a final goodbye from Golding. And you know what, let's have a chat with this guy here. Thank you. If you hadn't been on hand inside of the Dragon Graveyard, who knows what would have happened to Cash and Carry. As for me, I'm still kicking myself for losing it in the labyrinth. The goddess frowns upon the choker. Yeah, we never really saw what happened to this guy there whilst going through the dungeon, remember? This guy was injured, and then the cleric girl there, wherever she is, she just ran out of mana or something. This really helped Cash and Carry out in a tight spot. Now it's up to us to keep them safe. Indeed. You know what? Let me just see if I can't find her real quick. Okay, so I'm back here. I haven't found the cleric girl yet, but I found this lady here, the one who mixed sleeping powder into our food and made us be late to the challenge there. And okay, this is kind of funny. Apparently she's just happy that the brother and sister here made up, rather. Yeah, because if Cash had won, and well, he did win, but if they hadn't made up between each other, rather, well, then maybe she would have been fired. Very much like she pointed out there. And, you know, hold on, let me see if I can't find the cleric here. Alright, so I'm back here now, and unfortunately, I could not find her anywhere in this manner here, so yeah, I'm just gonna leave, you know? It sucks. I would have liked to see what she had to say about what took place, but, you know, I can't find her, so... Yeah, no, this here ain't her. She might be inside of the barracks down there, but I'm just gonna go ahead and zoom on out of here. Yeah, next up... Dude, what are you doing? You're going crazy here. Next up, we're gonna zoom on over to Rydon's Tower, and from there, you might recall that cave up there in the northwest. I believe I visited that cave back in episode 37, maybe, something like that. Let's show you here on the map. Yeah, up there in the far northwest is where we gotta go next in order to, well, move on with the game there. So, yeah, just gonna cut out the bomb ram sequence there. Yeah, we're just gonna run on up here now, and, well, we're gonna enter the Irkutsk region, I believe it's called. Yeah, we're gonna enter the Irkutsk region, and let's see. Before I start running here, hold on, let me just go ahead and use one of these, and then I'm also gonna use the pad foot. There we go. Now we shouldn't have any more encounters here whilst I talk. We're gonna go to Irkutsk, and once we're there, we're gonna find out what happens here. We're gonna advance a little bit of plot, and then, once we've done all of that, I'm gonna head back to the casino, and we're gonna do a little bit of gambling here before we shut the episode off, and then, well, thankfully, we're gonna be back at episode 29, where everything is gonna be back on track, gear-wise and level-wise, and, well, stat location-wise, all of that. So everything is gonna be back to normal. You know, it sucked that I had to replay this, but it is what it is. I screwed up, and yeah, couldn't recover the file. I must have really messed it up, because not only did I delete the file, I also erased it from the trash bin. So yeah, it was truly just freaking gone.
It's almost too cold to bear. But if we don't retrieve the scepter, Medea and I may never return to normal. We'll just have to grin and bear it. Let's keep pushing on. At least moving might help us to warm up a little.
So yeah, it certainly looks very cold here. And yeah, I believe we're just gonna move on out a little bit here, and then King Trode is gonna start talking once again. Let's see, just in a bit. There we go.
I shouldn't have to put up with being in a freezing place like this. It's all Megus's fault. Well, but he's dead now. So I suppose it's that Leo what's-his-name's fault. I don't know. A dog of all things.
Oh, stop your whinging, Grandad. It ain't as if we've got a sweat on, you know. Just get on with it.
I beg your pardon? How uncalled for! I don't see why I shouldn't be able to say whatever I please. You've no right to talk to me like that. No right at all. I'm absolutely livid. Livid, I tell you. I'm going on ahead.
Valentine. Okay, the dog just shut the door with its tail there. Very nice. Okay, yes, I'm just gonna make a little cut there. I accidentally spoiled a name there, which I was not supposed to say. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to edit that out somehow. In regards to the owner of this house here. Let's see. But. In this house, we're gonna have a few items to loot. I believe we have a mini medal or two, at least one. And there's gonna be some medicine in one of these cabinets. Yeah, see there we have a mini medal. And some medicine in here. Special medicine, I wanna say. Yeah. Go, very nice. And a special antidote as well. Those aren't too bad, but yeah, you know, 60 HP and removes the poison effect. So yeah, I'd rather just make special medicine. Or better yet, Moon's Mercy is, in my opinion, the best healing item in the game. That is dirt cheap anyway. But yeah, we're just gonna head on up here. That's all, I'm pretty sure. Actually, there's one more item, but I don't think we can get it yet. If we try and leave the cabin here, well, the owner is just gonna tell us to come back and sit down here. But, you know, before we talk to any of these people here, let's see. In this bookcase here, we find a recipe. And this is the recipe that I have been hinting at. That is the final item for Dodgy Dave, and this is how you learn how to get it. Yeah, a red robe can be made by dyeing a sage's robe with a pigment made from certain red grass and enchanted water. So, yeah. Let's see here. I believe you just need the sage's robe and some nook grass, it's called, and well, I think it's just magic water, the last part there. So yeah, very easy recipe. Now we can't get the red grass, you know, the nook grass, until we progressed some more plot here. So yeah, I can unfortunately not make the Lost Dodgy Dave item for a few more episodes here, like not until part 30, 31 maybe, something like that. But yeah, getting ahead of myself. This tea is made from something they call nook grass. It warms you up and makes you more resistant to the cold weather. It's a bit strong at first, but I could get to like it. Why don't you ask the old lady for some too, dude? Well, I will, in a bit. When y'all got caught in that avalanche, I hurried up to this hut for help. I was in quite a panic, I must admit. My heart sank when I found out there was just an old lady living here on her own. Yeah, seriously. But as luck would have it, that dog over there is a dab hand when it comes to pulling people out of the snow. Or should I say, a dab paw. That's a stupid joke. Anyway, he pulled you all out and we managed to get you back out of there. I suppose you could say he played a part in your rescue, but if it hadn't been for me in the first place, you would have still been eating snow. I hope you're all grateful. And yeah, I do believe you have to talk to all of these in order to just progress here. So that's what I'm doing. I was worried about you, like, you was the only one who wouldn't wake up. This place belongs to that old granny over there. She lives here on her own, you know. We're not far from where that avalanche happened. She says we can stay here till the snow clears up a bit. That is awfully nice. And here we have Boris. And he just, no, shakes his head. Maybe it's cold. Then again, no, never mind. Not with all that
dog
fur.
over there's called Boris. He's the one who dug us out from the snow. What a dog. He's a lot more use than a certain king, don't you think? And he smells a bit better too.
Dude, this is so messed up. Yeah, let's just agree.
How dare you, boy? How could you say such a thing about your own master? Honestly, who do you think called for the dog's help in the first place?
Yeah, so now that we've talked to everyone, we can probably just go ahead and talk to the lady here, whose name I spoiled down there in the sleeping room. In the guest room. Oh, you're awake. Have a nice color in your cheeks. Okay, let's not do that. It's a good... Dobro Poshko. Yeah, I'm not gonna do an old lady voice, but I'm gonna attempt a Russian accent here. Dobro Prasholovat. Welcome to my home. Okay, that's the best you're gonna get out of me. I am Marta. I live out here in the mountains where I grow herbs. This will be ready for you soon. Drinking it should warm you up nicely. Well, Yeah, I was gonna say, do I get any? Please sit by the fire and warm your bones. I will bring you some of my new grass tea. Thank you. Thank you, old babushka.
Please, drink. This nook grass tea will keep you warm even in the bitter cold of this snowy land.
How terribly kind of you. First you save us from the avalanche, then you put us up for the night, and now you warm our innards. Now that's what I call hospitality.
And what's really amazing is that you helped a weird old monster like him in the first place.
You loathsome lowlife! You, of all people, have no right to call me weird.
It is true that his appearance is a little unusual. But when you get to my age, you learn not to judge a horse by its harness. And of course, I would help anyone who was in trouble so far from civilization.
I hope you don't mind me asking, but why do you live all the way out here on your own?
Of course I do not mind, dear. There is an old ruin behind my house. My ancestors have looked after it generation after generation. It is a family duty. But that will all end with me. I have no one to follow in my footsteps when my life is finished.
Really? It must be pretty tough living on your own like this. Duty or no duty.
It is comfortable enough. I have lived here since I was a child, so it is not a hardship. Besides, to live life is not to walk through a meadow. And from time to time, people get lost here in the mountains like you, so I am not lonely. And I always have Boris to keep me company.
Ah, on the subject of dogs, we had something to ask you, Marta. This will sound a bit strange, but we're pursuing a big black dog, and we heard that he might have been headed in this direction. There's a good chance he may have come this way. Have you seen anything?
No. I am sorry. The only dog I know about is big old Boris over there. Sorry I cannot be of more help. You should ask where there is a lot of people. If you go down the mountain and go to the north, you will come to a town called Irkutsk. Maybe someone will know something there.
Ah, that sounds like an excellent idea. Right then, chaps, there's no time to lose.
Oh, yo. If you are hasty, others will only be amused. That is an old saying here. One should not be so eager to go back out into the blizzard. The night is coming. Why don't you rest here? I am sure the blizzard will be gone by morning, so you can leave for Irkutsk then.
Yes. Wise words, my good woman. Very well, we shall rest here for the night.
Go north from the bottom of the mountain, and you will come to Irkutsk. Please be careful on your journey.
By George! Princess! Are you all right? Were you cold in the night?
Forgive me, but I must ask you a favor. If you meet with a man called Marek in Irkutsk, please give this to him. He is probably working with herbs like I am. I would be grateful if you could give him that bag. Spasibo. Thank you.
Right then. Off to Irkutsk. Toodly bye.
I totally do. Now, here's the thing. Do not leave this, well, cottage just yet. We gotta actually walk on back here. Because we will actually find another mini medal. So they just kind of shove you out of here. Yeah, if you enter the, well, stables, whatever you want to call this, inside of here, there are 2 barrels containing a mini medal. And yeah, nothing in the other one. Okay. And yeah, there's also this other path leading down there to that, well, ancient temple that you talked about earlier. But yeah, we're gonna get directed inside of there because of plot-related reasons. So yeah, we don't need to deal with that right now. And yeah, I believe that at this point in the game, instead of moving on up to Irkutsk there in the original part 28, I just went ahead and zoomed on back to the casino. So that's what I'm gonna do here now. Then we're gonna do a little bit of gambling, very much like I did in the, well, original episode. And after that, we're gonna, well, end the episode, and we're gonna be back on track here with episode 29, with original Nick, you know, with the all original Nick, or something. I don't even know what I'm saying. But yeah, hopefully the commentary has been fine for this let's play, for this part. Yeah, I feel like I've been trying to rush things through a bit, so I haven't been my cheery self, if that makes any sense. Now, before we gamble, actually, no, never mind, it's not gonna matter. I was gonna go ahead and make a save, but yeah, if you're following along here or playing along, you should always go ahead and save instead of the church, because yeah, you're gonna need to sit here and reset, you know, kind of cheat the system, if you will. Or if you're playing on an emulator like I do, you can just use save states too, I suppose, but yeah. Do whatever you like. Let's see. I'm gonna first of all go ahead here and look at the rewards, and the prayer ring here, you can just buy those here instead of this casino. So yeah, at this point you can make, well, essentially whatever you want. Like, you can make unlimited Titans armlets or mighty armlets at this point in the game. You can make more power shields. So yeah, now that the prayer rings are just handed out for free here, or well, not for free, but that you can buy them. You can just craft it to your heart's content there. And yeah, the spangled dress here. The spangled dress is made or used for some recipes. Hold on, let me just look here. Okay, I'm back here now, and I looked up the spangled dress here, and yeah, it's crafted into the shimmering dress, which can be used to craft the Championship of Light, which I made there earlier, or we can also craft a Divine Bustier with it in the post-game, but yeah, I'm probably never gonna do that, so, but there you go, it's a very nice piece of equipment. You can base Saint's Ashes in here, the Falcon Blade is available in here, the Liquid Metal Armor, which, yeah, as you can see down there, it says metallic armor that reduces damage from curses by 2/3. That is completely wrong. It's actually reducing damage from spells by 2/3. So yeah, it's actually almost an overpowered armor. I'm not gonna buy any of these, just for your information. Having 4 of these on each character is just gonna trivialize the game all the way up to the final boss, and I don't want that. So yeah, I'm not gonna get any of these, but you can if you want. But here, the Gringham Whip. Look at this beaut. A legendary whip capable of hitting all enemies in a single lash, increases Jessica's damage immensely. This here is the best whip in the game, and it's well worth the 200,000 tokens, and yeah, I'm actually gonna go ahead and buy one of these for Jessica. And yeah, no, it can't be crafted into anything or stuff like that, so it's literally only good for attacking with, so that's the only reason I'm buying it. And in the original part 28, I actually went off on a, well, not really a rant, but I went off, well, basically I badmouthed the Falcon Blade. I said it wasn't that good of a weapon, but then in between episodes of part 28 and 29, I actually went ahead and bought a few of these, and I found out that the Falcon Blade kicks ass. What I didn't know is that whenever you have the Falcon Blade, as you can see down there, it always strikes twice, which is nice, but I did not know that that also counted for sword abilities. I thought that was only a thing in Dragon Quest XI. I thought that wasn't a thing that happened in this game. I swear I tried it before, like at some point in my, well, young adult life, but I must have just really misremembered. So yeah, the Falcon Blade is really nice with abilities such as the Falcon Slash or the Flame Slash or, you know, just whatever. It's really good. And here's the thing, since you strikes twice with each attack, well, you can just imagine, like, each point of strength that you get will just, well, it will just accumulate and get stronger and stronger with each level up that you get. I will actually talk more on this in episode 29, so I shouldn't even delve deeper into it. But yeah, there we go. We can buy all these items in here. So before we end this episode, I'm just gonna show off what I'll be doing here. First of all, we have the bingo in here, and in contrast to the bingo facility, or in contrast to the bingo game inside of Pick'em, inside of here, you can actually bet more than 100 tokens. You can go all the way up to 300, which is very nice. So we're gonna just do that once here to show it off. So yeah, you can make a lot more money here instead of the bingo in this casino. And it's not a bad idea to play it either. Like, it depends. You definitely win tokens a lot faster if you play the slot reels, which I will show off here in a bit. But it is also a much more intense game. Like, you can't just put the speed on to ×4 or whatever and just sit at the casino or at the slots there, because you're just gonna get carpal tunnel if you do that. You know, you're gonna wreck your hands. So I wouldn't recommend that. You're just gonna sit there and flick the joystick so fast your thumb will spin right out of your hand. Yeah, it's not a good idea. So I would definitely recommend the bingo game here if you just want to sit back and, you know, put on something in the background, some TV show or whatever. That's how I did it in Pick'em while gambling there. But yeah, here now, in between this episode and the next one, I'm actually gonna, well, be a slot jockey. And I'm just gonna grind hundreds of thousands of tokens. I don't remember how long it took. It definitely took more than just a few hours. I want to say 4 hours maybe, 3-4 hours, I don't remember. But yeah, I'm sure I talked about that once we get back to the original episode here again. Or not to the original episode, but once we get to episode 29. I will talk more about that. Okay, so I didn't get lucky. How do I get out? How do I get out there? I do not want to play again. Let's see. Let's see. Oh yeah, and you know what? I'm also gonna do this. I did this in the original episode of 28. I actually put Jessica out in front here because I thought that maybe, you know, maybe she's luckier than the rest of the team here, like luckier than the rest of the guys. So yeah, we're gonna try her luck again. Actually, in the original episode of 28, I did just like bet it all on 16 or 19, something like that. I don't exactly remember. And whoops, I didn't mean to back out. Pressed the wrong button. But yeah, I just put all my tokens on one number and it actually went through and I won the max amount there. But unfortunately, you don't get very much, even if you, well, put a bunch of tokens here, like 500 times 28. Yeah, you can make the math there yourself. I don't actually remember how much it ended up being, but yeah. It's not that many tokens. Let's see, can we get the 16? What? Oh my god, I almost thought I got it there. But yeah, no such luck. But yeah, it's, like, there are some things that you can do here mathematically that makes sense if you want to increase your chances of winning. And there are people out there on the internet who have compiled data for you. But, you know what, I just say screw that. Screw all that noise. Instead, what I always do is I head on into this corner here and I play at the 100 token slot machine. The one there to the right of us, the blue one. You put in 10 token, 10 tokens at a time. Here you can put in 100 at a time, which makes it so you can bet 500 tokens each time here. Which, you know, you're gonna burn through your tokens like, well, quickly as all hell, but whenever you win something, you know, you're just gonna get mad money, mad cash, and yeah, see, we got lucky there. 2,000 tokens, so, you know what, we can just spin it once more here, and then I'm probably gonna end the video here. Let's see, what if we get it? 777. Probably won't, but it could happen. Nope, not gonna happen. And see, that's the messed up thing here with this game. Like, I got 2 777s, I wanna say, maybe, I was gonna say maybe I even got 3, but yeah, no. I definitely got 2 of them, and I did not get like a single bar. Like, yeah. I am convinced that there is an increased chance that you get 777s on this machine here, like over other machines or like over the bar there or whatever. Yeah, it's very easy to win. Like, all you gotta do, or well, yeah, it is easy, but it's gonna take some time. So yeah, I'm just gonna end this episode here. I can feel my commentary being kinda poor. So yeah, I just want to take a break here, and we're gonna come back with Pesnik in part 29, and by then I will have won like 260,000 tokens or something like that, and I'll talk more about the items over there behind the bar, behind the disc, and I will also talk. Well, I would keep talking, that's what I always do. So yeah, I'll see you guys in part 29. Jesus, just end this episode, cut it off. See you guys in part 29. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you later.